Good evening, friends. Study with Apala. Engineering Geology book. Chapter 3 Geological Work of Natural Agencies. Desert pavement. These are flat top rocks face covered by rounded or sub-rounded pebbles. Pieces spread all over them and are typical feature of a rock desert. Initially, these rock surface are covered with fine particles of clay, silt, and sand that have been removed by wind's action. The concentrations of pebbles over the surface is a particularly distinguished feature of a desert pavements. These pebbles may get further polished with the times and events acquire thin film of oxides of iron and manganese. This oxide film is particularly referred as desert varnish or patin. Such coated pebbles give a characteristics brown, dark red, or even black appearance to the desert pavement. Attrition by wind. The sand grains and other particles lifted by the wind from a different place or carried away to considerably distances. During this journey, the particles are not moved in straight lines for the simple reason that all the particles are not of the same weight, and the wind velocity also varies from the base to the top of the current. The grains are therefore moved in a zigzag fashion, colliding with one another again and again. So these repeated collisions cause a lot of mutual rubbings due to impact. The wear and tear of load sediment suffered by them due to mutual impact during the transport process is observed in wind as well as the rivers. It is termed attritions and is primarily responsible for reductions in size of the load particles during their transport. The intensity of wind erosions by the above three processes depend on the following main factors. Nature of the regions, areas covered with thick vegetation, grassland and forest, and those made up mostly of hard and sound rock are least affected by wind erosions. Conversely, land surface made up of loose, dry, and incoherent metals such as clay, silt, and sand are easily eroded by wind fast at a fast rate. Same is the fate of a soft and bare rock standing in the way of a regularly blowing strong wind coming from the desert areas richly loaded with the sand particles. They act as mobile papers and eventually rubs the rocks considerably. Velocity of winds. Winds seldom blow in the same direction in an area for all the times in a year. In every region, however, there is a prevailing direction in which winds often blow repeatedly for a large part of the year, and with higher velocity, rough rock lines along the high velocities, winds are eroded more and faster compared to those where the winds change velocity frequently and also blow with a lower velocity. Durations, erosion, and other geological process are by and large slow and study in nature. This simply means that their effect becomes noticeable only after sufficient times has been available to the geological agent to act on the land surface. The same fact is true for wind erosions also. The longer the durations of the erosions, the more pronounced are the features of developed. Thank you.